All right, we're back. Tuesday tips. Thank you for joining me. I'm Charlie at Charlie Will's team. I'm the broker and owner, and I want to share a Mythbuster. In this episode, I want to talk about seller Mythbusters. And the reason I want to do seller Mythbusters, that's a tongue twister, is that we're having a lot of situations that we run into that we either hear or are part of ourselves, where we're now in such a good market and have been for 8 years or more. Actually, we're going on about 10th year of a really good real estate market. Is I think sellers are starting to think that the market is different than where it currently sits. And what I mean by that are a couple different areas. One, they all think the house is going to sell in hours or days, and they're going to have 35 showings in that first week. Not going to happen. Okay, it may happen in some small pockets where things are currently local, and I'm talking about Madison, Wisconsin, so don't use this for the entire United States. But right now in Madison, Wisconsin, you're going to be able to see multiple offers in probably a short period of time in very specific markets in Madison. But right now we're not experiencing that, right? In some of the neighborhoods where we've thrown properties on that earlier this year, and this is always typical, and what I'm talking about is from the spring market about April, May, till about July. It's a very hot, condensed part of the market where every house is coming on the market, buyers are out in force, and so you have this meeting where there's typically just enough inventory to whet the appetite of the buyers, and there's more buyers than there is inventory, and so you have this down pressure on those houses, meaning all the prices raised, you have more activity than normal, and so it's not normal to have 1 month of inventory. Inventory levels normal in this area is 6 to 8 months. We have 1 month of inventory. So that tells you what's happening in our inventory. Now, that's starting to grow. We went from 1 month in the spring market, now we're at towards the mid to end of July, mid of July, and we are seeing about 2.5, 3 months. So now it is almost doubled in inventory. So what is that doing? Now sellers need to reset their expectations a little bit. We're probably not going to sell it in a day or two. We may, but it really depends on the neighborhood and what that market's doing in that neighborhood. But more realistically, we're now seeing stuff take 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks before we get an offer. We have to do all this like a normal market. So we have to adjust the expectations of our consumers and our clients. So right now, I think the myth out there is that that's what's happening in the market. And I think you've missed that part of the market for the majority of our area, especially here in Dane County. So that is what I wanted to share with here today in our Tuesday tip, is the myth of the seller. Is right now it's probably time to reformat your mindset on what the market looks like. And obviously data is different per neighborhood even. So make sure you're checking with that data. But for right now, we're telling a lot of our clients is reset that expectation. All right, hope you enjoyed the information, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Take care.